RGC Podcast.
Good morning, Rio Grande City. My name is Becky Rubio.
And I'm Melinda Gomez.
And we are here with our Rio Grande City podcast, and we are sitting with Miss Norma Fultz, our Rio Grande City Public Library Director. Hello, good morning, Miss Norma.
Hello, good morning, everyone.
Welcome. So, you're officially our second guest here at the podcast, and we definitely wanted to bring you on this week because we're celebrating National Library Week. So that's always a fun. My mom used to be a librarian, and I grew up loving and reading books. So I definitely have a lot of love for librarians and libraries, and so we just kind of wanted to bring you in and talk about your love for libraries and how you kind of got started here in the Rio Grande City Public Library.
Okay, well, I started in 1990. There was a group of people that moved into Rio Grande City and discovered that we didn't have a public library. And they band together and started asking questions. And at the time, they went to our county commissioner and asked, why didn't Rio Grande City have a public library? And one of them was Mrs. Stella Hernandez. And she was a teacher. So her kids, her sixth grade kids, started making car washes and fundraisers and started really raising money to start a library. And then they formed a committee, and they started a Friends of the Library, which is our nonprofit.
Oh, excellent. Okay.
And then after that, Maria Olivia Garza, the Nena, became president of the Friends. And they, again, raised more money. They started asking how they could become a legitimate library, and went to, at the time, was South Texas Library System, and they guided them through the process. And they received a 3-year establishment grant. So that's how we started the library. And then the library officially started in August of 1990, and I started in September of 1990.
Oh, wow. So it was right off the bat.
I was the assistant library director at the time.
Okay. Who was the first library director?
His name was Christopher Kishman. He was from Edinburgh, and he was here a year and left. And then, so I continued on. And we also, during that time, established a library in La Rosita, and Roma, and La Grulla. And La Rosita and Roma are still going, so very proud of that.
Excellent. Okay.
Well, throughout the years, we started in a little, well, first, let me tell you, we started in a little room that was less than 1,000 square feet. And it was in a building called San Juan Plaza, which no longer exists. But if you're from Rio Grande City, you know where that's at. And then from when we were there, Mr. Pedro Diaz donated his building, which is one of the first grocery stores in Rio Grande City, to the city for a library.
And that's where you're
our
at
current
right
location.
Now.
Correct.
Oh, wow.
Yes. And then, so the city eventually got funds to fix the building. It was good that it was a grocery store, so we didn't have to tear down walls or anything, just kind of fix a few things. And through the empowerment zone, they got some funding to finish up the building. So in 2004, the city and the county entered into an agreement because they felt that, the Rio Grande City is too small to have 2 public libraries. So the county essentially passed over the staff, the books, some of the equipment to the city, the collection. And then in 2005, we officially became Rio Grande City Public Library.
So in 2005 is when you officially, okay.
And when we started, there was only enough money in the budget for one employee, which was myself. And at the time, Starr County Commissioner Abel Gonzalez continued to pay staff through his budget, through the county budget, to work in the city library, which was Letty, my assistant, and we had one other person. So Letty started working in the city library long before she became a city employee.
Wow. And so from nothing, you all have, created this huge, well, I know we're still in the same building, but this huge movement. You have classes. You've been recognized statewide, and I think nationally.
We're in the yes, we're in a group. You know, people ask us that very often, like, you know, you all do so much. Well, it's not that we didn't have the ideas or the know-how. We just didn't have the staff
Right.
in the beginning, nor did we have the budget. But mainly we didn't have the space. So once we had the space, that really opened up a lot of projects for us. And then, I mean, our main goal is to promote literacy, and so we're constantly thinking of better ways to promote literacy. We want to give our community the right tools to succeed, whether it's that they're looking for a job. You know, we partner with EDC and Workforce Solutions, and to have a job fair at least once a year. We also partner with UTRGV Small Business Development Center to help small business owners. We conduct ESL classes at the library, and everything we do is free for the community.
Mhm.
We have computers that are free for computer. Community. We have some computers from Workforce Solutions that have different icons to make it easy for our patrons that are looking for a job, or if they need to do some work there. Those computers are available for everybody, but we're try to make sure that job seekers go there first.
Right. On average, how many people do you get in the library per week?
Per week, we average 1,000. Sometimes less, sometimes more. I'm sorry. A month is we average I believed early on that the only way that we could be successful is through partnerships, and so that's why partners like EDC, Workforce Solutions, the UTRGV, AgriLife. We do many things with Texas A&M AgriLife. We have a community garden with them. We've got some classes nutrition classes they come to the library to host. We do a lot of things with SCAN. We're doing craft classes. Of course, we have story time, and we used to have toddler time. We've scaled back since COVID, but we do have these partnerships help us offer more programs, and again, everything is free. Then we also wanted to promote our arts and culture. We're always looking for ways to get people into the library, because I always think that once we get them into the library, then they might see a book that they need. That'll give us an opportunity to tell them about the library programs and events that we have, and hopefully get them signed up for library cards, and let them know about some of the events that we have. Mm-hmm. For example, the Art Walk. One of my friends is director in Edinburgh, and she was telling me a few years back, she goes, "Do you know that we have groups that come in from Rio Grande City all the way to Edinburgh, because they say they don't have a venue in Rio Grande City?" Then so we quickly worked to change that. So we've had a lot of artists, performers coming through, participating in our art walks, and most recently we connected with the school district and had some poetry slams.
And how did that go? What was your participation, or how many people participated in the event?
We had about 12, 15 people that got up to share poetry.